everyone. My name is Shannon, and I work for Mid-Michigan Community Action Agency's Early Head Start program, and I am a home-based educator in Midland County. And what that means is we come out to your home. Typically, COVID has prevented us from being able to do that a little bit, but typically we come to your home once a week and work with you and your child on school readiness and skills to get them ready for preschool, starting from pregnant women all the way up through the age of 3. And we do these really great activities to help promote different skills like math, literacy, and social skills. So today I thought I would share with you an activity. I'm going to read a book, and I would share with you some of the things that I would do on a home visit as far as working with parents and giving them tips and ideas and things that they can do throughout the week when I'm not there to work with their child. A great thing that our agency did this year was get a grant. We were able to get that so that every child enrolled in our program gets 2 free books a month, and us educators get to come up with activities and ideas for the parents to work on with their kids at home, and then in return the parents come up with activities for them to do with these books every month too, and we get to share the experiences together and help get their kiddo right where they need to be for school. So I'm going to read this book. I'm going to stop along the way and give you tips and ideas of how to read a book, to expand on what the book is offering. And then at the end of the video, I will give a little bit of information on how to get involved with our program and enroll your child or children. So the first tip I'm going to say is, even when kids are little, you can always point to words. Even if they can't read, it's just a good way to get them to realize that these words mean something. So I'm going to read a book about feelings today. I think a lot of kiddos have lots of feelings, and it's good to know that it's okay to have all of them. So the book is called What If I Know My Feelings? Let's turn this so you can see. You feel your feelings every day. What if we learn about them today? Happy, angry, friendly, grateful, brave, silly, serious, shy, scared, and sad. And when you're reading, you guys can, of course, look at the pages and talk about different things like, what color does the word happy look like? Orange. Things like that. What if I feel happy? I can smile at others. And you can encourage your child or children to do what the book is saying. So smile. But what if I feel sad? I can find someone to talk to. What if I feel grateful? I can give a friend a hug. What if I feel angry? I can close my eyes and count to 5. And this is where you could ask your child, have you ever felt angry? Tell me a time. And then if they say, for example, yeah, when someone took my toy, you can try to teach them, when you get angry, let's do what this monster does. Close your eyes and count to 5 and do it with them. Model the behavior you want them to do so that they see that that's what they should be doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I feel brave? I can try something new. But what if I feel scared? I can ask for help. This is a good conversation piece to have with an older child about any time they might feel afraid. Give them 1 or 2 people that they can always talk to. Say, if you're ever scared, you can talk to mom, or you can talk to daddy, or you can talk to grandma, or whoever. Give them a few names of people that they know that they already can trust. And these are just different things that you can come up with as you read along. What if I feel friendly? I can wave hello. But what if I feel shy? I can watch until I'm ready to join in. This is my favorite page of this book because I think a lot of parents feel sometimes when there's a big group of kids playing and their little ones on the sideline and they're not ready to join in, they're always trying to encourage them by saying, get in there, go, you can do it. I love this page because it checked me as a parent too. And I realized when she or your child is ready, they will naturally join in. And I think with the support of you saying, it's okay, you can stand and watch for a minute, they feel secure enough to eventually on their own try it. So I love books that talk about emotions and of course monsters. What if I feel silly? I can laugh and play. But what if I feel serious? I can read a book. What if monsters learned like you? Now they know their feelings too. And then this is a good time at the end of the book with any age kiddos. You guys can point things out. You don't just have to close the book and end it. This would be a great opportunity to do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This would also be another great opportunity to label some colors. What color is this monster? And if they say blue, instead of saying no, you can say try again. And then they're more apt to want to keep trying. Sometimes they kind of get shy about being wrong. So when you use the words try again, they're more open to wanting to try again. What color is this? Pink. And for older children, you could ask them to label a feeling that they may have had that day or something to recall from the book, like what monster was sad? Do you remember what color he was? You can just ask a lot of different questions. And a fun tip that some parents might not know, a lot of families get the Dolly Parton Imagination Library books every month in the mail for free. Inside every Dolly book, on the front panel, she has a list of questions for parents to read before you read the book, and it will tell you some things to think about before you read that book. So if you can't come up with questions on your own like I did today, you can always look in those books and it'll say, talk to your child about what colors they see, or ask your child what they thought. And it's just a really great way to expand on what you're already doing with reading. So those are just a few things that I would do on one of my visits. And I really hope that you give our agency a call. Again, it's Mid-Michigan Community Action Agency, and we are the Early Head Start program servicing pregnant women through birth 3. We have our program in multiple counties across the state, and we really hope that if you're interested, you call and do an intake with us. Thank you so much, and I hope everybody stays safe.